Hello, boys and girls. My name's Chase. My tech and social media class is currently doing a project on the memorable events of our lives and memorable people in it. And I took a serious look and I wanted to have my own personal twist to this. So I'm looking at my life all the way through high school through video games. Now, a lot of people don't really care about that. I don't care because they're the thing that I love more than mostly anything. I spent so much on it. You'll see soon. I have a lot of video games to go through, so we'll start quicker. But I just wanted to say that they're very meaningful to me, and I decided to pick some of the best ones. So here we go. So my very first video game ever was Pokemon Silver. Now I had of course played other video games before, but Christmas year I woke up and I ran down the stairs to a new Game Boy Color and Pokemon Silver. Now, video gaming back then was much different because your entire life depended on that little red dot right there. You see it? Red dot? See it? Yeah. Because you see, as a kid, you didn't know when that red dot meant, oh, hey, you just started getting low battery, or, oh, hey, your game's about to die. That meant that I had to do multiple times where I would just instant save and then turn it off, or instant save and then play like one battle and then start playing again. And it was a struggle. And you'll see here in a second, it led me to the spiral of having to own almost every Pokemon game. Like, I have the originals, then I moved up. I recently got gold because my friend Matt bought it for me for my birthday, which is such a cool birthday present because it really competed my entire selection. And I kept playing. I played for the DS remakes. I played when it was on the SP, Fire Red, and I played with the D. I still recently just made a playthrough of the game, Soul Silver, because my friends and I were doing it, and we wanted to battle each other, which was the coolest thing ever. I took second place because I was too focused on making my team perfect. Let's be honest. But that's Pokemon. And I could spend an entire video or like 7 talking about Pokemon and how much I love it, how much it's influenced my life. But it's not just Pokemon. So next we move on to the GameCube phase. This thing. Nintendo's best console in my opinion because look at this thing! It's a cube! You can play your video games on it! Woo! It's sick. I love it. And it produced some of my favorite game. Okay, I couldn't get all of them, but these are some seriously. I spent too much time on these. Mario Super Strikers. It's a Mario soccer game, and it's the best soccer like crazy game ever. It's full of power-ups, awesome things. I absolutely loved it. My friend Tyler and I, we recently revisited this game and played it for hours because we were both so good at it. Like, it was just so exhilarating because we're both really high level. We're better at video games now, and it was just really good. Star Fox. Star Fox Assault. My friend David Potter showed me this one and we played it all the time because together we beat the entire game. We unlocked all the bonus content. We played multiplayer, which you weren't even supposed to really get, which is awesome. And I recently bought it at a thrift store and it was like 15 bucks and then it turned out to not work because the game is cracked. And that made me really sad. But I got over it. So we're better now. All right. Next, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is actually the first video game that I completed to entirety. I did everything that you could in it. Absolutely everything. I beat the game twice. I've like found every little hidden Pokemon. I even went online to make sure that I did everything. It was so fulfilling. I mean, I didn't go on to continuing games like that, but occasionally I do. It means something to me. And finally, the best party game ever created on the Nintendo GameCube, Mario Kart Double Dash, because it was like Mario Kart. Who doesn't love Mario Kart? But you get 2 people on it. I play this with my family. Like, it was like crazy. My cousins, we would hop on. I mean, I was clearly better at the game, but I would take on my aunt and uncle with my little cousins with me, and we would just play, and that was freaking fantastic. Played it with my grandma and grandpa. Played it at my like 10th grade birthday party. We all got on teams. We made like rosters and all that kind of stuff. Freaking fantastic. And that's kind of the end to the GameCube phase, because then I started hanging out with a fantastic friend of mine, Curtis Van Alst. And Curtis Van Alst showed me the Xbox and Fusion Frenzy, the party game of all party games. Just look at the back of that. Just all that good junk. There are like, back then it was like 50 or 45 mini games. Like, that's so many mini games. Like, every time you reload, it's like, oh my gosh, what video games are we gonna play next? Like, I want to play all of them. But then you're just like, okay, then I got down to business. I'm like, I'm good at these games. So if the circuit lines up like this, I will be unbeatable. There's the beat match one, which I'm really good at, and there's like the dance one, and like most importantly, like the rollerballs. That's great. But the very best was Twisted System. Let me tell you about this. Curtis and I would go hardcore at this. We'd have rounds where we made it to like 115 or so, going all the way to the top. Oh my gosh. It got so intense. You were just pressing A and B as fast as you can. The whole point of the game is to jump and duck. But you had to do it so fast at that point that it was just like, me and Curtis just sitting there like, how can I do this faster? Speaking on the Xbox phase, Blinks 2, Master of Time and Space. This game was something that I'm pretty sure just came with the Xbox. I don't even know how I got it, but I got it, and you play these time-traveling cats with vacuum guitars against these, like, medieval biker pigs. I didn't even understand what it meant, but it was cool. I played it so much. And it brings me to this point where I played it so much that my hands started to hurt. Because unlike my massive size, my hands were kind of small back then. So the Xbox controller was huge. It was massive. It was like, I can't fit my whole hand around this. So I went out, spent my money on a Mad Catz tiny gel-gripped controller so I could sit there and play it for longer. And play it for longer I did because it was glorious. My hands just fit around this so perfectly. I was able to do all the things. Heart-touching, I know. Alright. This next one's a long one, so get ready. Because with the introduction of the Xbox came the introduction to me of Halo. Now, I was never supposed to play Halo. Halo was violent, it was shooting, and it was killing. But you know what let me get away with it? My dad convinced my mom that it was okay because you're not shooting people, you're shooting aliens. Which I cannot, like, I thank my dad so much for that, because if I hadn't have gotten into Halo, I would have probably gotten into this. Call of Duty. And Call of Duty is a crap game. No one cares about it. Like, I hate it. It's so dumb. When you come from Halo, where you have these sick weapons and you kill aliens, you can't beat that. And now we go down the long line. Halo 2. My dad and I played this game to completion twice. It was the greatest time. We would just play it. He'd come home from work and we'd play it for hours, and it'd make me so happy just sitting there shooting the bad guys with my dad. It was awesome. I loved it. So much that immediately when Halo 3 came out, we had to buy the Steel Deluxe Box Edition with all the bonus content. And I can tell you that I have synced more hours into this game than you could even think you could sink into a video game. I played it with my dad. I played it with Matt. I played it with Chandler. I played it with Joe. I played the multiplayer. I played online multiplayer. I played the campaign on legendary mode, which is really hard for me because I'm actually not very good at this game, like story-wise and all that junk. It's a hard just campaign video game. But my friend and I, we made it through legendary mode. Matt King, this is a shout out to you because we did it, dude. We wasted our time on this and it paid off because it was the best time. And then it went downhill. Halo went downhill. But not before they gave us ODST. This is my shout out to Joe Safago. Because Joe and I would make song playlists and we would schedule blocks of like 4 hours to see how far we could get. And we got far. We actually had one time where we were so set up that we played for 5 hours straight and we had the system down. We were so good. We were on top of our game that we had to stop just because we had used too much time. And that's crazy. That's awesome. Joe, it was so much fun and I miss those times dearly. It's just dumb. This game got me into online gaming. Wasn't the best, but holy crap, the online mode. I, like, worked until I got, like, the coolest armor by getting the highest rank. I was up there in the charts. I am still, to this day, the best SWAT player of my friends because I can handle the DMR like a badass. I just swore in this video. I apologize to anyone who watches this. But I don't care because it's true. This game made online play fantastic for me. I loved it, and it was great. And then this pile of crap came out. It's called Halo 4. It's made by Team 343 Industries. I can show you something real quick. Where is it? Oh, my thumb is right over it. Bungie. Boom. Bungie. Bungie. Microsoft and Bungie. Bungie made the Halo games that I love. The Halo games that I had all these fun times with my dad and my friends, Joe, Matt, even Chandler and Tyler and David. We all got together and we started playing. It was fantastic. And then they just go ahead and give us this Halo 4. After the story's over, the trilogy is done, they give us Halo 4. They give us these weird new alien things. Who cares about that? They give us crappy weapons, a weird multiplayer. Dude, leave me at Reach. Let me play Halo 3. I'm living the dream. No one needs this. Halo 3 and ODST and, like, Reach servers destroy Halo 4 servers because no one wants to play it because it's a bad game. Yep, that's my opinion. Alright, if we're really talking about family jamming right now, then I cannot not talk about Rock Band. This is my guitar. I always wanted to actually play the guitar, but never happened. I gave up. What can I say? I played more video games. But Guitar Hero, Rock Band, was a chance for me and my family to really jam out together. We bought so many songs. We played through the campaign so many times. It was for a long time that we just had family rock band nights. And you know why I loved it? Because I was shredding with my family. I could play expert on Guitar Hero, which was a big deal to me. I know it's not actually that big of a deal, but hey, I was the best in the family. Mom was on the vocals, Dad was on the bass, sometimes the drums. He wasn't very good at the drums, so we went back to the bass, and we were the kick-buttest band ever. It was awesome. I loved it. Sometimes we still bust out the old set and we rock the band. I'd always make my character really weird. My mom would be like, "Oh yeah, this is me," and my dad would be like, "Yep, this is me." And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm really artistic and weird, and I'm gonna be a rocker," because I was super into character design. Who isn't, honestly? Okay, next up, this is my age of games and sequels that rock. I don't have it with me right now. I couldn't find it, which makes me really sad. But Super Smash Bros. Melee, once again, going back to this wonderful GameCube, was one of the prime sources of wasted hours of my time. I would not stop till I unlocked every character and found everything in that game. Because it was awesome. And I just wanted more players to fight with, to be able to fight my friends, because we would play that so much. And then the Wii came out with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And oh my gosh, was I excited. And there's one thing that made me excited more than anything is the fact that I don't think I can zoom in enough, but I will try. There is this guy right there, and his name is Meta Knight. And he's like Kirby, but he's a knight with a sword, and nothing was cooler to me at the time. So I was so happy when this came out because it was just like, yes! Meta Knight! It's freaking sick. Loved it. Alright, this is getting really long, so I need to start hurrying things up more. Alright, so, games and their sequels that are amazing to me. Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet 2. My friend Chandler and I, this is where our creative level designing start. We would just dedicate hours taking turns, making levels, thinking of ideas, creating games inside the game, and it was awesome. I could not love it because we just made these super hard and super creative and super artistic levels for each other to play, maximizing like the tools and junk. It is an open sandbox of all open sandboxes that we conquered, that we loved, that we let us do whatever we wanted in a game, and that's what games are for. But games are also for other things, like actually learning that guns are super legit. 1 second, I had a pop up. Yes, I want to cancel operation. I apologize for this. Quit. Okay, good. Sorry. Borderlands. The shooter with infinite guns. Whenever you got tired of a gun, you found a new gun. Because there were infinite guns. Infinite guns. And Borderlands 2. I have spent so many hours on this game. The reason that I haven't beat it yet is because I have to do every single side mission. And there's so much content, so many jokes, so much Borderlands to explore that I have not finished it yet, and I feel like a terrible person for that. But I love the game. It's so good. It's so engaging. It's so Borderlands. Now, we're on to a segment called Games that suck and sequels that don't. Dragon Age Origins. I know this game is fantastic. It's better than Dragon Age 2, but I had troubles with it. I went to the last area, and it let me level through the game unsuspectingly that when I got to the last area, I couldn't exit, and then it killed me. My dad laughed at me quite a lot while I was just stuck in the last section, which is cool. But Dragon Age 2 was different. Dragon Age 2, it was not Dragon Age. It was worse than Dragon Age, but I had fun. It was me. I sat down, I played the game, and I got stopped that. Go, go, go. Okay. I sat down, I played the game, and lost my track of thought. And I beat the game. I had fun with it. It was all good. Don't stand there like that. I can see you in the webcam. Okay. That's Chandler. I talked about Chandler when I was discussing Little Big Planet. Anyway. Alright. Games that kind of suck. Kingdom Hearts. Games that did everything incredibly well. Kingdom Hearts 2. I had to come back to that one, but oh my gosh, was it worth it? Because it was crazy good. Like, I actually just could not stop playing the game because there was so much more. It was so much fluider. There was way more things to do, spells to cast, keys to get, which is my kind of game. Just infinite customization and different play styles and whatever floats your boat to get to the end of an awesome story. And speaking of awesome stories, there's the Mass Effect line. Now, I could not play this game. I virtually could not. Like, it didn't work for me at all. And then they fixed everything that didn't work for me in Mass Effect 2. After I got Mass Effect 2, I was so excited that I just played it. And I seriously have spent, like, about the equivalent of 3 days on this game just by playing it. And I wanted to beat it. I wanted to unlock the extra guns. I wanted to just shoot them through all. And my dad just sat there. He's just like, can't we just finish the story? And I'm like, no! There's more minerals to collect, Dad! And he just sat there like he always does. But that's okay. Anyway. Okay, these next couple of games, we'll wrap it up real quick because I've already kept you for way longer than I should. My dear friend Tyler lent me Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I wasn't much of a Zelda fan, but there was one game that I had in a demo pack that was Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And let me tell you that it was fantastic. I was so excited to play it because I'd always had the demo, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually want to play this game. And it is such a longer game than you'd think. Like, I just thought I'd beaten the game, and it's like, oh, you're halfway done. Go find all the Triforce pieces. And I was like, yeah. So now, whenever my friend Tyler comes over, I occasionally pop it in, and we sail the seas for a little bit trying to find Triforce pieces. And maybe eventually I'll beat the game. But as of right now, it's not top on my priority list. Speaking of games that I'll never beat, ever, probably, more than likely, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. If you don't know someone who's spent at least 100 plus hours on this game, then I don't know who you are. This game sucks people in because it's just so open world. There's no actual storyline. Of course there's like a dead storyline, but who cares about that? You can just wander off and do whatever you want for like an hour and like feel achieved because you got a new piece of armor, you can craft something now. And that's freaking sick. But Elder Scrolls made me hungry. It made me hungry for a game in that kind of theme where I'm this old soldier or I'm just like a mage or something. And that's when I found Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is along the lines that I like to call my PC gaming age, which is what I'm in now. Because you slowly realize over time that console gaming is for the birds. Because this right here, my PC, you can't see it. Well, I guess you can see it. My PC that I'm recording everything on. Yeah, that's how you do gaming. This is the only physical copy I have because most games are just download. Like, I buy them and download them online. So I will talk about the rest of those as soon as I'm done talking about Guild Wars 2, which is amazing. I have a level 50, which isn't even max level, but I have enjoyed it so much. It's just exploring. It's doing quests. It's finding story. It's endless. All of it's good. Other than that, I have spent way more than enough time on League of Legends. I'll just leave that at that. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. This has been my life in a perspective of gaming. I really enjoy it because I really enjoy gaming, but you might not have. That's okay. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye!